How are you doing? We will continue today with the unit number 3, which all went wrong, where we study the past tenses, word formation and time expressions. Last week we studied the past simple, درسنا الماضي البسيط. Today we will study another past tense, ندرس زمنا آخر في الماضي, which is the past continuous, الماضي المستمر. Here we have the grammar explanation on page 132, I think. Yes, صفحة 132. الشرح القواعدي past continuous. Again, as always, we have form and use, الصيغة والاستخدام. If you remember, I told you whenever we have a continuous tense, we have two main elements. كلما يكون لدينا زمن مستمر هناك عنصران أساسيان هما الverb to be والing. في أي زمن مستمر، مضارع مستمر أو ماضي مستمر أو ماضي أو مضارع تام مستمر أو ماضي تام مستمر، هناك verb to be فعل أحد أفعال التي تسمى بفعل الكينونة في اللغة بالعربية is, am, are, was, were، والفعل الرئيسي فيها ing. الفرق الوحيد بين ال present continuous وال past continuous هو أن ال verb to be في ال present continuous يكون في المضارع am أو is أو are، بينما في while in the past continuous this verb is in the past form. These verbs, the verb to be تكون في الصيغة الماضية was أو were. So here we have examples. We have subject. If the subject is I, he, she or it, we will use was for the positive and wasn't for the negative. And we have the verb, the main verb with ing, والفعل الرئيسي مع فيها ing. If the subject is we, you or they or any equivalent noun, إذا كان فاعل we, you or they أو أي اسم مكافئ, we will use were in the positive في المثبت و weren't في negative or were not, were in addition to or plus the main verb with ing. In the question, how to make questions, we said that the negative we only put not, من أجل النفي فقط نستخدم not. في السؤال what should we do, ما الذي نفعله, we place the verb to be before the subject. نضع الverb to be was أو were قبل الفاعل. Was I, was he, was she, was it, were you, were we, were you, were they doing. And if we need a question word, we will put it here. وإذا احتجنا كلمة سؤال أيضا نضعها. For the use, أين نستخدم الماضي المستمر. The past continuous expresses a past activity that has duration. يعبر عن نشاط في الماضي فيه استمرارية أو مدة. I met her while I was living in Paris. التقيت بها أثناء عيشي في باريس. العيش هو نشاط في الماضي استغرق مدة. أثناء عيشه هناك من الذي حصل التقى بامرأة. الالتقاء هو حدث ليس فيه استمرارية، تلتقي بشخص وينتهي الأمر مباشرة. أما العيش في باريس فهو العيش في مكان ما حدث فيه استمرارية. we should use here the past continuous. You were making a lot of noise last night. كنت تصنع أو تحدث ضوضاء، الكثير من الضوضاء في الليلة الماضية. What were you doing? ما الذي كنت تفعله؟ كنت تسوي بالعامل. The second use, when we have the activity that begun before action expressed by the past simple. And الإشارة إلى نشاط بدأ هنا لا يقصد المفروض ليس the activity وإنما an activity that began. There is a problem here in the phrasing. مشكلة خطأ في الصياغة. نشاط وقع قبل حدث يتم التعبير عنه بالماضي البسيط. Like what? She was making coffee when we arrived. عندما وصلنا كانت تقوم بشيء ما، بحدث فيه استمرارية. She was making coffee when we arrived. عندما وصلنا كانت تعد القهوة. When I phoned Simon he was having dinner. عندما اتصلت بسايمون كان يتناول العشاء. من خابرته كان يتعشى. I told you before that the continuous is very similar إنه الزمن المستمر whether it is in present or past، سواء كان مضارع أو ماضي، مشابه جدا للتعبير العامي day أو جاي. Number 3 is very similar to number 2، مشابه جدا لاستخدامهم الاثنين، يمكن أن نعتبرهما استخدام واحد. The past continuous expresses an activity in progress before and probably after a time in the past. يعبر عن نشاط في طور الاستمرارية قبل وربما حتى بعد فترة في الماضي. When I woke up this morning the sun was shining. عندما استيقظت هذا الصباح كانت الشمس تشرق، يعني الشمس بدأت بالبزوغ. تبزغ الشمس، تبزغ أم تشرق؟ يمكن نستخدم البزوغ مع الشمس. I don't know. I'm not sure. What were you doing at 8 last night? ما الذي كنت تفعله في الساعة 8 مساء الأمس؟ Here we have a comparison between the past simple and the past continuous. مقارنة بين الماضي البسيط والماضي المستمر. Number 1. The past simple expresses past actions as simple facts. يعبر الماضي البسيط عن الأفعال الماضية كحقيقة بسيطة. I did my homework last night. أديت واجبي المنزلي مساء الأمس. What did you do yesterday evening? ما الذي فعلته مساء الأمس؟ I watched TV. On the other hand, من الناحية الأخرى, the past continuous gives past activities time and duration. The activity can be interrupted. أما الماضي المستمر فيعطينا للأنشطة السابقة زمن واستمرارية، وهذا النشاط الذي نعبر عنه بالماضي المستمر يمكن أن تتم مقاطعته. مثلا أنت تتناول العشاء ويتصل بك شخص، أنت تشاهد مباراة ويتحدث معك شخص، أو يجي أخوك يضربك على راسك. Like what were you doing at 8? I was watching TV. ما الذي كنت تفعله في الساعة 8؟ I was watching TV. I was doing my homework when Jane arrived. كنت أقوم أوعد واجبي البيتي when Jane arrived. وصول جين interrupted قاطع أداء للواجب البيتي. هذا أداء الواجب البيتي حدث فيه استمرارية، والوصول وقع أثناء قاطعة، وهنا الوصول حدث ليس فيه استمرارية. In the stories, the past continuous can describe the scene. The past simple tells the action. يقول في القصص يصف الماضي المستمر المشهد، بينما يصف الماضي البسيط الأحداث. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. So we decided to go for a picnic. We put everything in the car. وصف المشهد: the sun was shining. كانت الشمس مشرقة. The birds were singing. كانت الطيور تغرد. أما الأحداث قررنا وضعنا. This is past simple. We will skip number 4. Let's go to 3 for prepositions in time expressions. حروف الجر التي نستخدمها مع تعبير الزمن. We have at, in, on. 3 prepositions used with time expressions. حروف جر 3 تستخدم مع التعابير الخاصة بالزمن. And sometimes we do not need any preposition. أحيانا لا نحتاج any preposition. لا نحتاج أي حرف جر. With مع الساعة at 6, at 9, at 6 o'clock, at 8 o'clock. We use at. Midnight منتصف الليل at midnight. At a new year السنة الجديدة نستخدمها at the weekend. ساعة midnight new year weekend. Weekend هي عطلة نهاية الأسبوع. On is used with days مع الأيام. On Saturday, on Monday, on Friday. You have Headway lecture on Tuesday. Monday morning, and we say عندما نقول صباح ونضيفها إلى يوم ومساء ونضيفها إلى يوم, we will say on. New Year's Day يوم السنة الجديدة. Here we said when we have only New Year, فقط New Year, we say at. When we have the day, we say on, and the day in addition New Year. On January 18 أيضا يوم شار إليه بالشهر واليوم. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. مع الأشهر with months. In December, in October. I was born in October. أنا ولدت في شهر تشرين الأول. But if I want to say the particular day, the specific day, لكن إذا أريد أن أذكر اليوم المحدد, I would say I was born on October the 1st. With seasons, summer, winter, autumn. With years, مع سنوات, 1995. And in something time, in 2 weeks time, in 3 weeks time. For these expressions we don't use any preposition. مع هذا التعبير لا نستخدم حرف جر. So you need to learn these found in this table. Now let's get back. We have an exercise here. We will do quickly. تمرين نحاول نحله بشكل سريع. Choose the correct verb form. Here we have two choices. Past simple, past continuous. لدينا خياران. ماضي بسيط, ماضي مستمر. And we should choose the suitable one. يجب أن نختار المناسب. I saw or I was seeing a very good program on TV last night. Last night, this is very similar to what? This is similar to this. I did my homework last night. So we will use the past simple. نستخدم الماضي البسيط. I saw a very good program on TV last night. لو أنه ذكر الساعة في الساعة 10 مثلا at 10, it would be I was seeing or I was watching a very good program on TV at 9 or at 10. While I shopped or was shopping this morning, I was losing my money. I don't know how. Here we have two actions. Shopping التسوق and losing my money وفقدان المال. Which one has duration? أيهما يكون فيه استمرارية ومدة وأيهما يكون قصير ويقاطعه؟ أكيد التسوق طويل. So we will say while I was shopping this morning I lost my money. I don't know how. لا أعرف كيف. Last week the police stopped or were stopping Alan in his car because he was driving at over 80 miles an hour. أوقفت الشرطة آلان في سيارته لأنه كان يسوق بسرعة تتجاوز 80 ميل في الساعة. 80 ميل أكثر من 120 كيلومتر تقريبا في الساعة. أيهما فيه duration وأيهما أقصر ويقاطعه؟ driving فيه الاستمرارية while he was driving, وبينما كان يسوق تم إيقافه, والإيقاف لا يحتاج لفترة طويلة, الشرطة توقف في ثانية. So last week the police stopped Alan in his car while he was driving at over 80 miles an hour. You do the rest. Here you have there is another أنتم قوموا بحل بقية الفقرات. These items number 4, 5 and 6. Let's go to exercise number 2. Complete the sentences with the verbs in the past simple or past continuous. We have verbs in the present form, أفعال موجودة في صيغتها المجردة المضارع, and we will put them either in the past simple or the past continuous. While I go to work this morning, I meet an old friend. ذهاب للعمل, التقاء بشخص, أيهما فيه استمرارية وأيهما قصير. While I was going to work this morning, I met an old friend. Number 2. I not want to get up this morning. It rained and it was cold and my bed was so warm. If you remember, we said want cannot be used in the continuous. يعني إذا تذكرون قلنا أنه want لا يمكن أن يستخدم في المضارع في المستمر سواء مضارع أو ماضي مستمر. So I did not, this is negative sentence منفية, وفي الجملة المنفية يجب أن يكون لدينا did. I did not want to get up this morning. Get up means wake up. لما رغبت يعني استيقظ هذا الصباح. It rained and it was cold. It was raining كانت تمطر and it was cold وكان الجو باردا and my bed was warm بينما كان فراشي دافئا فأراد أن يبقى في الفراش. هذا طلابنا لكن طلابنا حتى وإن كان الجو غير ممطر فهو يريد أن يبقى في الفراش حتى وإن كان الجو جميل. You do the rest. أنتم حلوا بقية الفقرات. Now let's go. We have a passage titled The Three Students. The Three Students. About the main character is Sherlock Holmes, the famous fictional character. الشخصية الخيالية الشهيرة. He's the English detective. المحقق الإنجليزي. Sherlock Holmes. Here the passage consists of three parts that come ثلاثة أجزاء, part 1, part 2 and part 3. Let's first read what is required from us. He says that Sherlock Holmes is a very famous character in literature. Underline what you think is correct answer about these questions. هذه أسئلة عن شارلوك هولمز بخصوص معلوماتك العامة عنه قبل أن before we read the passage. Was he a doctor, scientist or detective؟ هل كان طبيبا عالما أو محققا؟ Was he American, English or Scottish? And so on. Number 2, we will skip number 2. We will do questions in number 3 and 4 after we read the passage. وسنقوم بحل فقرات التمرينين 3 و4 بعد أن نقرأ أو قطعة. I will read it for you. The three students الطلبة الثلاث. Part number 1, who copied the exam questions. من استنسخ أسئلة الامتحان. Sherlock Holmes was staying in one of England's most famous university towns. He was staying كان يمكث في واحدة من أشهر البلدات أو المدن التي توجد فيها جامعات. One evening he received a visit from an old friend, Mr. Henry Weaver. Henry Weaver, he was an old friend and he visited Sherlock Holmes. A teacher, I think, a tutor at one of the colleges وهو أستاذ في إحدى الكليات. He seemed very nervous and excited. He was nervous. متوتر. Quotation mark علامات اقتباس إذا هذا كلام أحدهم. I need your help. هذا يقتبس كلام أحد الشخصيتين المذكورتين شارلوك هولمز أو هنري ويفر. I need your help Holmes. أحتاج مساعدتك يا هولمز. So who is talking الذي يتحدث؟ Henry Weaver. Something very serious happened at my college this afternoon. حدث خطير في كليتي بعد الظهر. Holmes was very busy. Why didn't you call the police? لماذا لم تتصل بالشرطة؟ قال له هولمز. He said irritably. No, that's impossible. We can't have a scandal. So he didn't want to call the police because he was afraid of a scandal. لم يتصل بالشرطة لأنه كان خائفا من فضيحة at the college. Let me explain. You see, tomorrow is the first day of the university examinations, and this afternoon I received the Greek translation papers. I put them on the desk in my room. So tomorrow, the first day of the examinations, and he was given أول يوم في الامتحانات يوم غد وأعطيت له أسئلة الترجمة من اللغة الإغريقية. He put them on the desk in his room while I went to have tea with a friend. And he went to have tea with a friend. When he returned to his room, I saw immediately that the papers were lying on the floor by the window. He put them on the desk. When he returned, he found that the papers were on the floor, next to the window. I see, said Holmes. Holmes told him, I see. Please continue. Tell me the rest of the story. Well, at first I thought that perhaps my servant, whose name is Bannister, my servant, اعتقدت أن خادمي Bannister, was responsible. But of course he said no, it wasn't me, and I believe him. وأنا صدقته. He and I examined the room very carefully. فحصنا الغرفة بشكل جيد أنا وبانستر. And what did you find? Asked Holmes impatiently. On the table next to the window we found a broken pencil. قلم مكسور. Also on my desk there was a small ball of black mud. كرة صغيرة من الطين الأسود. There were no signs of entry at the window. لم تكن هناك علامات دخول من نافذة. Please help me, Holmes. It's clear that someone copied the exam questions. If I don't find who did it, I will have to cancel the exam and there will be a scandal. It's clear that someone copied استنسخ أسئلة الامتحان and he wanted to know who that person was, because otherwise لأنه إذا لم يكتشف من الذي فعله he will have to cancel the exam, يلغي الامتحان, and there will be a scandal. تكون هناك فضيحة. I need to visit your room. Who said that? يجب أن أزور غرفتك. Definitely Holmes. بالتأكيد Holmes. Part 2. Looking for clues. البحث عن الأدلة. Holmes will start looking for clues. They walked towards the tutor's room. غرفة المدرس, which was on the ground floor. Holmes tried يعني الطابق الأرضي tried to look in through the window, but he wasn't tall enough. حاول النظر من خلال النافذة لكنه لم يكن طويلا بما فيه الكفاية. This window. أراد أن ينظر من الخارج لكن لم يتمكن. وهذه معلومة مهمة. Above lived 3 students on each floor. على كل طابق عاش طالب 3 طلاب من جد. Holmes entered the room and examined the carpet. Nothing, he said. Let me look at the table by the window. What can you see? Ah yes, it's clear what happened. ما حدث كالآتي. Someone took the papers one at a time. أخذ الأوراق واحدة تلو الأخرى. From your desk over the window table to copy them. Yes, أخذها ليستنسخها. Because from there he could see when you are returning. وبدأ يستنسخها. أعتقد أنه يقصد أنه يستنسخها يكتبها بورقة وقلم وليس يستنسخها عبر آلة طباعة، آلة استنساخ. وقف قرب النافذة ليرى متى يعود المدرس. But nobody could see me. I came back through the side door. لكن لا يمكن لأحد أن يراني لأنني عدت عن طريق الباب الجانبي. Ah, so you surprised him. إذن فاجأته. And he had to leave hurriedly. وكان عليه أن يغادر بسرعة. Did you hear someone running away as you entered? Did you hear someone who was running away? No. Interesting. This is Holmes. So we just have one small ball of black mud. This is the first clue. الدليل الأول. Only this clue. Now tell me, where does that door go to? إلى أين يذهب أو إلى أين يؤدي هذا الباب? My bedroom. Can I examine it? Yes, of course. Holmes followed Weaver into his bedroom. Hello, said Holmes. What's this? Another small ball of black mud. كرة صغيرة أخرى من الطين الأسود. Exactly like the one on the desk. Clearly your visitor came into your bedroom. Into the bedroom. نفس كرة الطين وكرة طين أخرى وجدها في غرفة نوم المدرس. I don't understand. Why did he do that? Well, why did he do that? Well, when you came back so suddenly, he ran into your bedroom to hide. Look at the bedroom window. It's open. That is obviously how he escaped. وجد انه غرفة انه نافذة غرفة النوم مفتوحة ومعناه انه هرب عن طريقها. The final part, the 3 suspects المشتبه بهم الثلاث. Now, said Holmes, the 3 students who live above you, are they all taking this examination? Yes. هل هم سيخوضون جميعهم هذا امتحان الترجمة إلى اللغة اليونانية؟ نعم. Tell me about them. Well, on the first floor is Grisham. Who is Grisham? An excellent student and an athlete. An athlete يعني رياضي. Particularly good at the long jump. وهو جيد بالخصوص في القفز الطويل. He is hard working but poor. هو مجد لكنه فقير. And the second floor, Dwalat Raz lives there. He is from India. very quiet, so he comes from India. Very quiet and hard working, but Greek translation is his weak subject. هو ضعيف في الترجمة إلى اليونانية كما أنتم ضعفاء في اللغة الإنجليزية. And finally, there is Miles McLaren. This is the third student. So we have Grisham, Dwalat Ras, and Miles McLaren. On the top floor, a very intelligent student, ذكي جدا. One of the best when he chooses to work. وهو أحد أفضل الطلاب عندما يبذل جهده. But he's very lazy and very worried about this exam. لكنه كسول جدا وقلق بشأن هذا الامتحان. Now tell me, said Holmes, how tall are these young men? How tall are they? كم يبلغ طولهم? How tall? What a strange question. I think Miles is taller than the Indian. But Grisham is the tallest. Over 6 feet. So Grisham is the tallest. Miles comes after that. بعد ذلك Miles. And finally the Indian guy is the shortest. هو الأقصر. That's important now. I wish you good night. I will return tomorrow. Next morning, Sherlock Holmes left his house very early before he returned to the tutor's room. في الصباح التالي غادر منزله مبكرا قبل أن يعود إلى غرف المدرس. Mr. Weaver was waiting nervously for him. Okay, now we should we should play the detective role. يجب أن نلعب دور المحقق ونكتشف بالاستناد إلى الأدلة الموجودة من الذي نسخ أسئلة الامتحان. Thank you for your time. We will discuss all of this tomorrow.